So here we are back in my little corner studio again, and I'm going to do about a 20-minute video for chair yoga, and it's going to be pretty much the spinal energy series that we do in yoga class 1, that one I did on the floor. And so you certainly could follow along on the floor, but I thought I would put something out for those of you that may have trouble sitting on the floor, anyone with some limited mobility. So you want to be sitting in a firm chair, and preferably one that doesn't have arms, so that you have a little more room to move. And when you sit nice and tall, just take a moment to lengthen your spine. Feel like you're drawing your tailbone toward the floor, lifting into the crown of your head. And then we'll settle in with a few deep breaths as you breathe in deeply, sweep your arms up, reach for the ceiling, move your shoulder blades down as you stretch your spine. Exhale your arms down. And then when you do that again, breathe in, sweep up. And we'll let it go. And then this time we're going to take a nice deep breath in and suspend it in. With your breath in, stretch up toward the ceiling, move your shoulder blades down, draw up through your lower belly. And now exhale, sweep your arms down. Hands will come to rest on your knees, and I automatically sit in that position. For the chairs, you will want your feet flat on the floor in front of you. And we're going to start moving in spinal rotation. So we're moving the spine in a circle. And as you're moving your spine around, you're going to be working your belly. So we're rotating around toward the back. We're pulling the belly into the spine. And as we come around to the front, you're pushing your belly out. And you can let your circles get as big as your body's willing to go. Work within a comfortable range of motion. You want to feel like you're kind of starting to open up through the shoulders and the hips. As you work your belly, you're stimulating your fire element, and this is starting to build a little bit of internal heat. This starts the process of burning up toxins and impurities, strengthens the navel center, helps to benefit your digestion and metabolism. And go in the other direction a few times around. The yogis also teach us that having this navel center, this fire element, the third chakra, really strong and functioning well is fundamental to having your immune system functioning well. So continue to work your belly as you move your spine in a circle. Move with ease. Breathe deeply and completely as you circle around, and just try to let your spine start to feel a little more relaxed, a little more fluid each time you circle around. And we wind our way back into center, and here we'll begin moving the spine back and forth in spinal flex. As you breathe in, you're dropping your shoulders back and down, pressing your heart forward. And as you exhale, you're rolling your pelvis under, releasing through your low back. You can also, on the out breath, kind of draw your shoulder blades away from each other and press into the back of your heart. Nice, complete breaths. This sequence really is very helpful for the upper back, the shoulders, the arms, the neck, and the hands. So if you have been engaging in some more stationary activities, maybe you're working on crafts, sewing or knitting or jigsaw puzzles or sitting and reading for long periods of time, you can find that the upper back and shoulders and the neck can get very tight and stiff. You take a nice deep breath as we come into center. And then as you exhale, place your left palm beside you, bring your right arm up. Breathe in to stretch through your right side. Really push down into the right sit bone and reach up into your fingertips. And then with the exhalation, we're going to move into the side bend. And as you're going into the side bend, you want to feel like your top shoulder wants to go toward the wall behind you. So you avoid kind of spilling forward this way. You're going to stay nice and lifted, and that way you'll get a nice, even stretch right up through the side of your spine and through your waist. And then reaching to your hand to lift out. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So lengthen and then ease over. And now reach into your hand to lift out. We'll sway side to side. Side bending, stretching your waist. Again, move with ease. There's never any feeling that we're forcing anything here. And now we'll bring ourselves back to center and we'll prepare for simple twist. And the important thing when we're going into a twist is that we lengthen and create space in the spine. So you take a nice deep breath in, the tailbone draws toward the floor, lift up into the crown of your head. We breathe into this sense of expanding and opening. We're going to exhale as we go to the right. So left hand comes onto the right knee and relax your right arm. Just let it move behind you. And it goes where it goes. It might move just a little bit. No force. Here, breathe in, see if you can lengthen a little bit more. And then as you breathe out, soften into your twist. So what you're doing is breathing your way into your place of resistance. The inhalation is lengthening and creating space. The exhalation is softening, deepening into the twist. And then slowly turn your head, look over your opposite shoulder. Take a deep breath in right here. And as you exhale, let your shoulders come down. And then slowly turn your head all the way back. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. And then as you exhale, release your twist. We'll take that to the other side. So breathe in, tailbone draws toward the floor. We lift into the crown. Exhale into your twist. So inhalation, lengthening, creating space. Exhalation, softening into that space. Now slowly turn your head and take a deep breath in. Exhale, your shoulders come down. And turning your head all the way back. Breathe in, get taller. And exhale and release. Back to center. And take your hands up onto your shoulders. And here we're going to engage Mula Bandha, the root lock. So we're going to draw up from the base of the pelvic floor and also draw up through the muscles in your lower belly. We want to stabilize the hips and pelvis here. As you move from your waist, inhaling left, exhaling right. And then slowing down as you bring yourself back to center. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, let your arms melt down. So your arms release completely. They're relaxed. You feel like they're like empty sleeves just hanging loose. And then roll your shoulders in big circles, as big a range of motion as you can find, up and around. And then we'll roll them in the other direction. It's working out any stiffness, releasing tension from the shoulders. And now let your shoulders relax, and we'll take the palms right onto the heart. Stretch out elbow to elbow. And now breathe in right here. And as you breathe out, drop your elbows toward your ribs. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to release. My neighbor's dogs are barking. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Oh, such a professional setup we have here. Now, those of you that might be working around shoulder injury, especially your rotator cuff region, stay just like this. If you wish to increase the range of motion, try bringing your hands up on top of your shoulders. Kind of sweep up your elbows, touching your wrists behind your head, increasing the range of motion through your shoulders. Again, any shoulder injury or especially sensitivity through the rotator cuff, stay with the lower version. That's very nice, gentle movement for your joints. I'm going to let the arms relax down and sweep them around so they are a few inches apart from each other, right in front of your throat. And we're going to go into the wing and prayer. So here we're going to open, draw the shoulder blades toward each other, press your heart forward, and then exhale as you come back. Breathing in and breathing out. Move with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. So you can feel we're working in both the front and the back of the heart here. So we breathe in, we are opening across the chest wall, and the movement of the shoulder blades is creating movement of energy and circulation through the back of the heart. And we can bring a lift in here as you inhale, open, exhale to center, inhale, extend, and exhale back down. So it's inhale, exhale, exhale. Moving with your breath. Move and breathe. Now let the arms relax down and make them nice and loose. And we'll do a few shoulder shrugs here. Inhale up, exhale down. And then take a deep breath in and squeeze your shoulders up. And then exhale and just let them relax. We're going to energize our hands. So sweep up. Now if it's difficult for you to have your arms stretched up high like this, have them stretched out away from your body. Just try to keep them straight. And then as briskly as you can, begin to open and close your fingers. Just go quickly, as briskly as you can. So this is bringing circulation and energy up through the long channels of your arms and bringing it all the way out through the hands and right out to the tips of the fingers. So we're going as briskly as we can. And then open wide and stretch your hands. And then bring your fingers together, and we're going to bring the tips of the fingers to the base of the palms, going as briskly as you can. And then we're going to open wide to stretch. And relax your hands and lightly shake them all the way down. And when you get your hands down, we'll relax. Shoulders to fingertips. Bring your chin in a little bit, let your shoulders drop, and you take the focus to the throat. We've moved all the way up the spine, so now our focus comes right to the throat. And with a relaxed breath, begin to inhale left, exhale right. And then bring your head back to center. Inhale, lift your chin. And exhale, chin toward the chest. And then bring your head back to center. And then depending on the health of your neck, if you have any injury going on, if your neck even just tends to be sensitive, do the modification, which is to be as if you're drawing circles in the air with your nose right in front of you. Only take the neck roll if it feels good. And that is taking your head in a slow, careful circle all the way around. This little sequence we're doing for the neck is helping to release tension from the neck and the jaw. We go in the other direction. And then just let your head fall forward and we'll roll it up. And some of you may want to stop right here, or using the chair, we're going to do a little bit more movement for the spine. Hopefully I'm going to be able to stay in the frame here. So we're going to work a little bit with the cat-cow pose, and you can place your palms either in the seat of the chair or on the back, or some of you might even choose to come onto your hands and knees on the floor. And then we're going to start to move between the cow and the cat. So we're going to breathe into the sway back cow and then tuck the tail and press into cat, You're hunching up like a hissing cat. We're breathing into the cow, and we're breathing out from cat. Now, some of you, if you are down on your hands and knees on the floor, you might want to go into the flowing cat. I'm not going to go through that here because this is mostly, I want to just be using the chair here, but the flowing cat is in the first video. I'm going to bring ourselves back into table position, and now we're going to release our wrists. We want to get the weight off of our wrists, and we can do that either by pressing back, taking kind of a variation on child's pose. You walk your hands up, make your wrists flat, and just press back so there's no weight on your wrists. Or some of you might choose to stand up and shake them out. You do whatever you need to do. We just want to get the weight off of the joints, give them a little break. And then as we come back into table, we work a little bit into the front of the hips here in the hip flexor area. Bring the right knee toward your chest. Press up like you're pressing into cat. And then we're going to extend into tiger pose. And then go back and forth a few times. Knee toward the chest and extending into tiger. And now the next time that you go to tiger, hold the pose. And then draw the knee into the chest. And return to table. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So knee comes in. And we extend. And then we'll go back and forth a few times. Next time you go to tiger, hold. And then we'll bring the knee into the chest, come back into table and release your wrists. And we'll come back into table and move your hips a few times side to side. And then from here, we'll bring ourselves back to center and come to standing. And you can keep one hand on the chair here, or you might have your chair in front of you with two hands on the chair. You're going to step the feet out so they're a little wider than the hips, and have your toes angled so your knees will follow the lines of your toes. So I'll do it with the chair on my side so you can see a little better. And what we want to do here is just gently pulse some energy through the hips and knees. So very soft little knee bends. Not about how low you can go. You can keep one hand on the chair if you need it. Have both hands on the chair if you need the assistance. Always feel free to use the chair to help you. Just going to pulse nice and soft. Again, not about how low you can go. Just working some energy through the hips and the knees. And then press into the feet. As you come up, we'll walk the feet in. I'm going to take a big breath in. Press your feet into the floor, lifting up and spreading your toes as wide as they go. Press down into the contact points of your feet and stretch up out of your low back, and then exhale and sweep your arms down. We're going to step back out to that wide stance. And again, we're just going to pulse a little bit through the hips and knees. And then we'll add an option of adding a little bit of a swish here. So you're going to straighten one leg as we swish over and then swish back to the other side. And again, it's soft movement. We're not, trying to impress anybody here. We're just trying to keep our joints healthy and lubricated. So again, nice, relaxed movement. Get your circulation and energy going. Let's pulse. And we'll come back into center and just a little bit of those little soft knee bends. And push into your feet to come up. Take a big deep breath. Stretch up out of your hips. Exhale, sweep your arms down. And walk the feet back in. You can return to seated for the next stretch if you prefer. Interlace your fingers. We're going to turn, if it works for your wrists, turn your palms up, press toward the ceiling. I'll actually do this seated for you. Okay, make sure I'm back in the frame again. Okay, so we're pressed up toward the ceiling. You can be standing, rooting down into your feet, or pressing down into your sit bones. With the next inhalation, see if you can grow a little taller through the spine, and exhale very gently into a side bend. If it's hard for you to have your palms turned up, flip them over. And when you engage the side waist and lift, take a nice breath in to stretch, and then nice and easy. You might go a fraction of an inch. It's okay. Do what you can do without, there's never any force, so do what you can do without force. Come back to center. Take a nice deep breath in, push toward the sky. And release your hands and sweep them down. Big breath in, sweep up. And then exhale, relax the arms down by your side. We're going to do a few breaths into the heart just to settle the body down from the yoga. And then I'll be leaving you for today. So arms are nice and relaxed. We're going to breathe in through the nose as we sweep up. And then exhale your hands to the front of your heart. Breathe in through your nose as your arms come up. And out through your mouth. Breathing in. And out through the nose. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through your mouth. We'll do one more just like that. Breathe in. And out. And in. Out through the mouth. And then we'll breathe in. Hands come to the heart. And as you come back into your natural breath with your shoulders relaxed, take a moment and bow your head. Draw your senses in. Become still. You might choose to hold this moment of peace and stillness for yourself, or take a moment and send a prayer out for someone in your life. And with your palms together now, draw your deepest breath in as you bring your arms up. Take them right up over the crown, or as close to it as they go. It doesn't matter if they go all the way up, they go where they go. Exhale down in a big wide arc, expanding out in the radiance of your aura. And then big breath in. And hands to the heart. May we hold peace in our hearts, have peace in our homes, and may peace prevail on earth. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming and viewing my video. I hope to see you all out in class again soon. Be well, be safe. Namaste.